Hello everybody, it's Miss Sarah here, and happy Earth Day! I wanted to come outside and read to you all since it is Earth Day. I'm at my parents' house. One of my neighbors was mowing their lawn, so I thought it would be just easier just to come over here and read. So anyways, let's stand up and we're going to tickle the clouds. Can you tickle the clouds? Tickle, tickle, tickle. Can you tickle your toes? Reach down and tickle your toes. Can you turn around? I can't really turn around right now. And strike a pose. Can you crouch down low? Can you get real low? And reach up high. Very good. Story time is starting. Let's sit down and wave hi. Hello. Okay, so again, happy Earth Day. I thought this book would be perfect to read for Earth Day. I love it so much, and this is kind of a cool thing about this book. It is earth friendly and it was printed on recycled paper, so I think that's really cool. It's the Lorax Project. So again, we're going to be reading The Lorax. By who? Dr. Seuss. What color of trees do you see? Do you see yellow? Do you see pink? Do you see orange? Do we have trees like that? No, not really. They're not that color anyways. We might have some blooms on the trees that are that color, make them that beautiful. And the beautiful green grass. We've got that. Who's that little fella? Is he the Lorax? He sure is. So, and this book is published by Random House in New York. So let's see if I can do that. Can y'all see me okay? Hope so. Yep. At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows. Can you blow like the wind? And no birds ever sing excepting old crows. What do crows sound like? Do they go caw, caw, caw? They do. Is the street of the lifted Lorax. See the picture? And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. My goodness. What was the Lorax? And why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, the old onceler still lives here. Ask him. He knows. Yeah. Is that where the old onceler lives? It sure is. You won't see the onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum, cold, under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of miff-muffered moof. Can you say that? Miff-muffered moof. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters. And sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you perhaps, if you're willing to pay. See? On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather's snail. My goodness. You see the tin pail? Yeah? Then he pulls up the pail makes a most careful count to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snub, his secret strange hole in his grovulous glove. Then he grunts, "I'll call you by whisper-my-phone, for the secrets I tell are for your ears alone." You see? You see the grovulous glove? That's wild, isn't it? Down slips the whisper-my-phone to your ear. You hold it to your ear, and the old onceler's whispers are not very clear. Can you whisper? Psst, 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 psst. Since they have to calm down through a snurgly hose, and he sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose. How do you think that sounds like? Bzzz. Can you hold your nose? Can you talk through your nose? "Now I'll tell you," he says, with his teeth sounding gray, "how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time ago." You see? You see the whisper-my-phone? Yep. Way back in the days when the grass was still green and the pond was still wet and the clouds were still clean and the song of the swami swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place and I first saw the trees, the truffle of trees, the bright colored tufts of the truffle of trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. What color of truffle trees do you see? Do you see pink and yellow and orange? Yeah? And a little bit of purple? My goodness, do you see the swami swans? How do you think they sing? Do you think they sing like that? And under the trees, I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffle of fruits. My goodness, I bet those fruits are delicious. Yum, yum. From the rippleless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. Can you hum? You see the brown barbaloots? You see them? Eating the brown barbaloot, the truffle of fruits in their brown barbaloot suits. And the humming fish. It's such a beautiful picture. But those trees, those truffle of trees. All my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell. Can you smell? Of the fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. You see him touching all the truffle of tree tufts. Yeah? My goodness, he's unloading his cart. He's ready to get down to business. Sorry it's so windy. Really wanting to blow, isn't it? Woo! In no time at all, I had built a small shop, and I chopped down a truffle tree with one chop. Can you show me the number 1? And with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a thneed. Have y'all ever knitted before? How about Grandma or Grandpa? Y'all ever knitted? Oh my goodness. You see the thneed? Can everybody say that? Thneed! The instant I'd finished, I heard A gazump! I looked. I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. You see him? Hmm? Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. Can you show me your tongue? And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you've made out of my truffle a tuft? You see? He does seem kind of upset, don't he? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree and I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a need. It needs a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that full need. You see the need? Do you all need a need right now? But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the need I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. Can you all laugh? Bah! You poor stupid guy. You can never tell what some people will buy. You see the fellow with the need? I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up if you please. That's not very nice. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Onceler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Nitch, turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting sneeds, just as busy as bees. Can you buzz like a bee? Bzzz. To the sound of the chopping, chop, of truffle trees. My goodness, you see the sneed factory? Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffle trees at one smacker. We were making sneeds 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. Do you think it's a good idea to have that many trees cut down at once? I don't know about that. But the next week, he knocked. Can you knock? On my new office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffle of fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground. There's not enough truffle of fruit to go round. And my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. Oh, you see the poor little brown barbaloots? Oh, I think they're my favorite. They're super cute. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. Aw, see them? I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. Poor little brown barbaloots. I meant no harm. I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger. So bigger I got. I biggered my factory. I biggered my roads. I biggered my wagons. I biggered the loads of the needs I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering. Selling more needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. My goodness, that is quite the enterprise he's created. Whew. Then again, he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance, the Lorax, came back with more gripes. I'm the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed. Can you sneeze? Achoo! And he snuffled and snarled and sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a cruffless croak. Onceler, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor swami swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. Aw, those poor little swami swans. They look like they've seen better days, don't they? They sure do. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. My goodness. You see all the swami swans flying? Can you say bye-bye, swami swans? What's more, snapped the Lorax. His dander was up. Let me say a few words about Gluppity-Glup. Your machinery tugs on day and night without stop, making Gluppity-Glup, also Sloppity-Slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Onceler man, you. You see all the Gluppity-Glup. Ugh. You're Glupp in the pond where the humming fish hummed. Those poor humming fish. Can you hum? No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary, in search of some water that isn't too smeary. Oh, goodness. Those poor little humming fish. Bye-bye, little humming fish. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffula trees into needs, which everyone needs. My goodness, he's getting mad, isn't he? And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall. The very last truffula tree of them all. Do y'all see the last truffula tree? That's so sad. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. You see everybody leaving? See Lorax? The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, backwards glance as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. You lift your seat of the pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. You see him flying? He's going up in the clouds. Poor Lorax. And all that the Lorax left in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word that said, unless. Whatever that means, well, I couldn't guess. That was long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. You see? You see the word unless? Yeah. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. You see the little fella there? Yeah. You see the Onceler? Yeah. So, catch! Calls the Onceler. He let something fall. It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds and truffula trees, are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula. Treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest. Protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. You see the little truffula seed? It's an itty bitty thing. The end. So guys, so that kind of teaches us a really good lesson to be nice to Mother Earth, the nature, and to take care of what we have here on Earth, like the beautiful trees and the flowers and the bees. Bzz. So guys, how do you all take care of Mother Earth, Mother Nature? Do you all conserve water when you're brushing your teeth? Yeah? Do you take really long showers? It's probably not a good idea. Or do you plant a tree or plant some flowers for the bees? Yeah? There's a whole lot of different ways that you can help what's around you, what's outside, and just help this beautiful place we live in to be more and more beautiful. So, unless if like you, someone that cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's just not. So, y'all better take care of what we have. Alright? So, give the earth a really big hug. And let's take care of her, okay? So, happy Earth Day, everybody. Bye.